Hello everyone. Now in the second video of liberalization, we're gonna talk about foreign exchange reforms. So to resolve the balance of payment crisis, the immediate measure was to devalue the rupee against foreign currencies. So it's time we look at this idea in detail. Devaluation. So devaluation is the opposite of value, valuation. So if we look at from the market perspective, so market is there for two reasons. First, market is at least is there to provide you precise value of your effort, and if you have done well, your creation or your manufactured good it is good enough, then you may be getting an enhanced value. कुल मिला के you are seeking any of the two. If your effort has been good, but the creation itself it is not that attractive. Still, in that situation, you are seeking a precise value of your effort. But then, if you have done really well and your ingenuity it led to enhancing the attractiveness of your effort, which may be your selection in civil services, it may be the good you produce, it may be the services that are delivered by you, it may be the franchisee of your own firm, it may be your enterprise. Any economic activity that you are engaged into, you are seeking any of the two. Either your economic activity it, it is valued precisely or at an enhanced value. But nobody is seeking the devalued form of their economic activity. So here in market term and it's in the terms of simple people, common people, devaluation itself is a foolish idea. How is that possible? आपने काम किया, you work for 100 rupees and now you deliberately seeking 80 rupees. Who does that? But this is precisely what happened in during the 1991 reforms, that one of the condition was to devalue rupee, and this devaluation itself it helped in inflow of funds. So this devaluation, this deliberate reduction of value of Indian money, it helped in inflow of foreign funds. Now we are talking at a different level. एक आपने अपने एफर्ट, अपनी करेंसी, उसकी वैल्यू कम कर दी from 100 to 80, which itself is jaw opening. How could you do that? And then this deliberate mockery of market it led to inflow of foreign fund. So both are contradictory condition, and let's have a look at how this happened. So this was the basic of what happened during the situation. Now let's look at the devaluation in economic terminology. So devaluation, as I have told you, it is the reduction of value of one currency in compared to others. So यहाँ पे I'll take example of India and that of global currency. So at first instance, before devaluation, the Indian currency it valued 80 INR against $1. But after devaluation, this this value it decreased by 10 bucks and now $1 के बदले मिल रहे हैं 90 रुपए. So this is the concept of devaluation in economic terms. But अब सवाल आता है, how is this beneficial to any economy? So let's see the composition of Indian economy. Indian economy, it transacts to the world by import and export. And profitable activity will be when the situation in which exports are exceeding the imports. So if exports are more and imports are less, it will be profitable activity. But if this situation does not happen because of some reasons, like your imports bill are beyond your control, such as you are importing petrol, fossil fuels. Now you do not have, इंडिया की बात करते हैं, we do not have the oil wells, so we need to import petrol, and a lot of precious foreign exchange reserve is spent on petrol, and then there are many commodities which are not produced in India. So in both the situations which are unavoidable imports. First reason ये है. Then second, semi-developed manufacturing capacity, which is the case of India. So इंडिया का service sector is way above good, and it is service sector that is driving the heights of Indian economy. But the manufacturing capacity, it is still somewhere in the intermediate stage. So this condition may be your export that they cannot exceed the imports. So अब यानी इंडिया कभी भी, इंडियन ट्रेडर्स जो हैं कभी भी प्रॉफिट जनरेट नहीं कर पाएंगे. विल दैट बी अ सिचुएशन? बट this can happen if, second scenario, the value of export, it will be more than value of import. Now in this situation, yes, we can generate profit. And how will that happen? This will happen because we are trading or transacting in foreign currency. For simplification, I write US dollar. But right now, in present time, we transact with the world, with the international economy in SDR, which is a basket of 5 global currencies. So अब यूएस डॉलर में ट्रेड कर रहे हैं, ट्रांजैक्ट कर रहे हैं, वैल्यू ऑफ एक्सपोर्ट कैसे बढ़ेगा? नाउ रिकॉल द सिचुएशन इन विच द value of rupee, it was devalued. So both the situation, it decreased from 80 to 90. So जो भी एक्सपोर्टर है, जो भी ट्रेडर है, अगर वो अपना एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है, earlier he was getting 80 rupees for every US dollar, and now by devaluation the exporters, they are getting 90. So there is an increase of 10 bucks, and the same 10 buck in terms of uh, international transaction, it becomes a huge amount. This gap of 10, it is the deciding factor. How? Let's imagine a fictional situation. Suppose devaluation के पहले the Indian traders, they were exporting 1000 US dollar worth of goods, and for which they were receiving around 80,000 rupees. And now After devaluation, their exports are same, but they are getting 90,000 Indian rupees. So there is a clear-cut profit of 10,000 rupees without increasing the amount of exports itself. So this is how devaluation helps the economy. Now let's have a look at another side of profit by importing side. So same thing happen. Traders जो होते हैं, they drive an economy. So import situation में traders, if earlier they were importing 1,000 US dollars worth of commodities, now because of devaluation of currency, first earlier before devaluation they were paying 80,000 INR to import 1,000 USD worth of commodities. But now since devaluation, it reduced the currency of domestic currency, reduced the value of domestic currency. Now they are to pay 90,000 Indian rupees. So from trader's perspective, it is a clear loss, a loss of 10,000, which they are not fool enough to engage into. Why would they buy something which is 10,000 bucks costly? So they will dip into other sources where this the import of commodity it will be cheaper. Maybe they look into domestic sources itself, because traders, they care about first quality of product which are going to be sold in wholesale and retail, and then they are looking at the profits. So if they can find the same commodity in Indian market, and the market, the domestic product, it has certain standard of quality, then they are able to generate, because in Indian market, if they are buying 80,000 INR worth of commodities, it will cost them 80,000 only. So this is the difference. So by devaluation, imports, they become expensive, which in other terms promote domestic industries or other cheaper sources. And then second thing, exports, they become profitable. So because of this, these reasons, devaluation is carried out in international market, but such instances are rare. उस time तो this step was the necessity of time and was monitored and regulated by the financial institutions such as World Bank and IMF. But in present time, currency devaluation, it is closely monitored and looked with scorn, because if every country resort to devalue their currency, the ultimate result will be economic chaos. Because if every currency is going to devalue its currency with respect to others, then the other follow the suit, and the ultimate result will be either a situation of inflation or stagnation. So this is the concept of devaluation, which was conditioned upon us by 1991 reforms. Then the other, yes, I forgot to mention one more thing. It was when currency is devalued, तो उसके साथ your currency it becomes cheaper, and because of that, the foreign investors, they can buy more of Indian commodity or buy more of Indian currency with the same foreign currency. Let's look at this in terms of foreign investment. So let's say we have one person, Andrews, and who is investing consistently in Indian sector, multiple sector in banks, in corporate sector, in pharmaceuticals, and his investment was systematic and in forms of monthly investment. So let's say he was investing 100 US dollar in Indian economy. So before devaluation, his investment in Indian economy, they got 8,000 INR in return, which he divided among four sectors such as pharmaceutical, banking sector, industrial sector, and then media. So all the four sector, they received around 2,000 INR each every month. But after devaluation, since he was investing systematically by following monthly investment plans, so again after devaluation, his 100 US dollar, it received 9,000 Indian rupees. So by which he could receive more units of investment. So जैसे इनके अंदर ये चार सेक्टर्स हैं, all of them they are valued at around 100 rupees per share. So before devaluation, he held 20 shares of each such sector every month. But after devaluation, when he received 9,000 for the same investment, and the same investment when divided among the four sector, it was 2,250 per sector. So after devaluation, he is investing more in each sector. And if the shares of each such sector were also same, then the units he is holding after devaluation, it is also more. Earlier held, he held 20 units of each sector. Now he is holding 22.5 units of each sector, which is 2.5 units more. And this is why when you devalue currency, the inflow of foreign capital increases because your foreign currency it is cheaper, and it is cheaper than it will be profitable to invest, since the investment itself, the units of shares, it will be more. Then the third foreign exchange reform, it was to free the determination of rupee value in foreign exchange market from government control, which was the third aspect of foreign exchange reform. So earlier, government controlled the prices, the government controlled the value of rupee in international market, in the foreign exchange market. But the 1990 reform, they also ushered in the age where the valuation of Indian currency, it was took away from government, from state control, and it was established on the market. So it is the market which is going to determine the value of Indian currency with respect to other foreign currencies. Thank you very much.